Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Prehistoric Kingdom update and chat. I am just going to jump into full screen mode here. There we go. I'm currently on the Prehistoric Kingdom website and I've been asked by a subscriber to do a quick overview of the latest devlog. I wasn't going to do it initially because I thought I've just released the breakdown of the trailer and that's probably enough. But some people are interested in hearing my thoughts, I guess, on the devlog, and also for me to kind of talk about some of the modular systems that they're going to look at incorporating. So if you want to read this yourself and you don't want to hear me prattle on about it, you just need to go to the Prehistoric Kingdom website and hit the news button and it will bring up this page. Then you've got to go to the devlog beta announcement. This one will just take you to a link to the trailer, which if you are following along with Prehistoric Kingdom, you definitely should have already seen. If you haven't, I highly encourage you to either go and watch my other video on it or jump onto their website and watch it as soon as possible. You can also find it in this link here. So once you click on beta announcement, you can watch the trailer. We're not going to do that because I've already done a brief of the trailer in my previous recording and video. So let's, without further ado, we'll just jump down into what they're talking about in the devlog. So they're just giving us the dates here in this spot, and then down further you've got, oh, look at that dinosaur, and you've got the snow. I'm so excited for the, look at the snow. It's amazing. I can't wait. So it says we're going to have 14 prehistoric beasts and birds to care for. So I'm telling you what I think is going to happen. I'm not 100% certain with all of the things that I say today, so please don't take it as gospel, but I'm pretty sure it just means that we're getting an extra 8 animals. We already have 6, so that will give us the 14. We're also going to get the Deinonychus. So here it is here. I have looked up how to say the dinosaur names. I didn't want to butcher them while I was talking about them. The little duck-billed humpbacked dinosaur, and this one is the feathered variety. So I'm really interested to see how these dinosaurs look wet. I did say that in my last video, but I'm really excited to get my hands on some of these new dinosaurs. And if we continue on down, we've also got the Archaeopteryx. I was corrected a fair few times in my previous video. It is not a reskin of the Microraptor swoop. It is the Archaeopteryx. So I apologise for that, but they're great little dinosaurs and I can't wait to see them in the aviaries in the new beta announcement or beta release. Then further down, they're talking about here some of the new animations they've got, which is going to be great because we've got some really basic ones in alpha at the moment, nothing really fancy at all. So it's going to be great to see, like this dinosaur here is scratching. It'll be good to see them interacting with some of the, I guess, the terrain and the water and the food around them as well. Hopefully we'll get to see all of that in beta. That would be really great. Heading on down, they start talking about modular mayhem. So I'm really excited for this particular part of the devlog. So let's talk about the tropical theme first of all. They're saying there's going to be over 100 pieces. What I'm really interested in are the things like the vases and the torches and the totems, like all of those really small little pieces that are really going to help really set off and make the zoo seem realistic. I mean, I'm quite open to building like futuristic, unrealistic builds as well, because I quite like to be creative in that way. But at the moment, I'm really enjoying making things look real. So I'm going to keep doing that for now because it's what I'm enjoying and it seems to be what people are enjoying watching. So you can see they've said shown above new railings, benches, braziers, thatch roofs and palm weed floors, one of the new wall sets. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so all of these things basically that you see here are new. We continue on down. Here's like a little bit of concept art of some of the other things. They haven't given us obviously all the pieces because they don't want to ruin it for us, but you can see loads of cool things in this. So I'm really looking forward to these benches. I think these are cool, but you've also got the totems, you've got the banners, you've got like this little, I'm assuming that all of this you can break apart. So you've got this little ladder thing, you've got these little, I don't know, I'm not sure what you'd call those, like the little cloth pieces here and like all the rope and so on. It just looks so good. And then they're talking about expanded scenery and here is where I get excited. So they've got one of the default theme has been reinvigorated with new props, designs and some much requested pieces. Like, look how good these things look. Like, You know, there are many items to discover, ranging from empty buckets to complete sets of ventilation ducts and gutter piping. Like, this just looks so great, and just quietly you can recolor everything. So look at the buckets. So this bucket here, they've recolored it. So many things are going to be recolorable, which is so great. Like, I just cannot wait for that. It just makes things look a bit more unique. Like, they're not going to have, yellow buckets throughout the entire park. They might have like yellow for one dinosaur and then blue for another dinosaur. So that is amazing. They've got hoses, like ventilation ducts, everything it just makes it look so much more realistic. So that's all coming in beta, which is going to be amazing. I cannot wait to build with that stuff. And you can also see like some sneaky railings in the background and things. If we continue on down, now they're talking about waterfalls, something that you would have heard me get really excited about in the trailer. I'm really interested to see how they're going to make these work. Like, are we going to be able to rescale them like we can with like the rocks and most of the modular pieces and things like that? Or are they kind of going to be set pieces that we just have to, a bit like Planet Zoo, where we just have to sort of copy paste them and pop them all sort of within? I'm interested to see what's going to go on there, but it just looks so good. And it also looks like we might have like a bit of water effect on the surface of the water as well, where the water comes down and hits it, which makes it look a bit more realistic also, which is great. So it also says, for those less impressed by waterworks, but that's not me, smoke and fire are also available. Great for torches, bonfires, and setting the whole park ablaze, right? So further here, you can see it looks like it might be like you can actually just add fire where you like. Like, you can see here there's a bowl, but then here there is no bowl. So whether or not they've sunk the bowl in and covered it with the rock, or they've got just these fire pieces that you can put wherever you like, I'd be interested to find that out. And then as we continue on down, we've got the animal ornaments, like the ones that you saw in the trailer. I've been reading about these further down in their beta announcement. There are 3 different poses for each dinosaur available, and they are rescalable and recolorable. So lots of things you can do with these statues, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, look at that screenshot. It's just so good. And also it says further down that you can also get the guests or like to interact with these as well. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Didn't read it too closely, but it sounds cool anyway. Then we also have these limited amount of bones, they said, that we can pop around the park, another really cool feature. And then we've got science points. I'm kind of going to skip past the science points bit because I don't really understand it. I mean, I think what it is the better you make your park, the more science points you get, the more dinosaurs you'll be able to find. But it says that it's not going to be available in beta anyway, so I'm not too fussed to worry about that just yet. However, there are other things that are coming to Prehistoric Kingdom that is going to be really, really, really exciting. So you've got your modules and your dynamic buildings, your park, your rules. These are just a bunch of the things that you'll be able to do. So amenity destinations, which interacts with guest pathfinding, editable animal habitats and utilities. So all of these things are going to be clickable, and guests, you can just manage your park that way and build things. Lots of people have asked me about this. So it says modules, kiosks. Kiosks are an open-air module with a unique 4x2 design, making them friendly for all sorts of buildings, whether they're outdoors or indoors. This is cool. So I think basically they're really bringing it in Prehistoric Kingdom. Basically what this means, and they've really listened to a lot of us they gave us a survey, and you can tell that they've really taken on board what a lot of their players have said, because I mean, obviously when I answered the survey, I said that really I just want to build a bunch of things, and I kind of want to build them myself. I don't need a whole bunch of prefabs. And that's basically what this is. So you can see here, this is, a kiosk that is an open air module basically, and what you can do is you can place this down and then you can build anything you like around it, and then the guests will come up to this counter and interact with the counter. So you can build a restaurant around it, you can build a shop around it, you can also remove this backboard and you can just have the front part, which is really cool. It's the same for any of their shopping kiosks as well, so you can see you can remove this and just have that, and you can build buildings around it. They have said for people that aren't big builders that there are going to be some prefabs that you can use, but they are all going to be modular. So if you want to use it and you are a builder, you can delete things off it, you can add things to it. So that's going to be really cool. I actually think this is amazing. So you can just take these things off and just have the front. And that's basically it, guys. They just talk a little bit more about how they're going to start incorporating some prehistoric plant life. They're actually getting a zoologist involved in helping them design some plants. So eventually you're going to see the prehistoric plants as well, which is, I mean, that's really commendable. Like, good on them for doing that. And then further down, they just talk about, sorry that it's been a bit delayed, but I already spoke about how I wasn't too fussed that it was delayed. I kind of thought it was going to be delayed and didn't really bother me too much. I mean, obviously I want to get my hands on all of this stuff immediately, but we also want a game that is going to be stable and is not going to crash, and our saves are not going to crash. So thank you so much for watching this really quick overview of the devlog. I hope it was insightful. If it wasn't, that's okay. Thanks again, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.